was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend?
No,
In
that's sad.
desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long.
Oh. That's why you did it.
On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again.
Sad.
So, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way.
Ooh, a witch? A potion?
Trust me, it's a
Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... yeah. Not every Melusine would take human form to save their human friend.
treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough.
Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melusine.
Well, sometimes appearance...
I run too!
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to...
Well, there we go. Let's have a look. Really?
Allow me to say that it improved. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this...
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I develop...
Wow, what a looker.
He's a researcher? Wow, he's...
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold some. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. But what if I told you, if our appearance prevents us from changing, wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance, and that is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not,
Mr. Rawat,
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it.
wow, then it's sure to work.
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet.
Oh, hi, my volunteers!
Oh, what an honor! It appears we have a...
Sure.
whoa, is that Romaritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of...
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. even for Fontaine.
Wow, now that's high praise.
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is Butterfly Dew is now on sale.
Think we should buy a bottle too? Aww, really? Well, it's still good to care for your skin though, right? And if you're worried about
Yeah,
whether
it's
it's the
really
right product for you, well, luckily for us, Cedrine's here, so we can get an expert consultation.
Okay, now we started after all that, yeah. Bro. That was literally 5 minutes of my life going to use. Even more.
It's an honor to receive.
With most skincare, oh yeah, this one has it. Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but you are a beauty.
Cedrine? Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert. But do you think this product is a good choice for me and him?
Wait.
That's right! And by his side, the equally...
Not equally.
Well, I don't
I'm
normally
killing
handle
you, dog.
customer questions personally, but since it's the traveler asking, Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same on everyone.
Why would it work better on Fontaine?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Miss Paimon.
Alright then. How...
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
What's the catch? It's probably stuff.
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is simply a token of my esteem. To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits.
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their head. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful. And that's exactly what inspired me to choose this research direction in the first place.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the traveler.
Why? Is there...
The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think...
Really? Then why didn't you...
Researchers are a very special breed. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, if I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles for...
Fair enough, that makes sense.
If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them.
When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no?
As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Meripede.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really cold, so I keep it in my control bag.
See you there then!
Gosh, man. Packing materials on this. What list? Okay, I guess I'll just... Oh, gosh, I'm cold, bruh. I'm freezing. I am freezing so badly. What is wrong?
Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for Cedrine should be nearby.
I am just tired. So sweet. Kinda lie. Kinda lie. I feel like I'm actually motivated. I guess because I did all that. Guys, I might actually do some stuff to help me. I might do 100% exploration out. That feels so good. Who cares, really? I could do it tomorrow and I could post a video like I don't want my to see it. No, I don't really mind. So, oh gosh, I hate my voice. I know you're gonna kill me. I think no one liked my voice. Why am I yapping? Even more. Is something wrong with me? Am I mentally ill? What you doing, bro? Fight me. Yeah. Go on deck.
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of...
Okay, Batman. I understand. Okay. That's really good to see. That's really all right. Let's go. Really button. It's Two years later, it's still nothing. I could just sit here. If a child accident, like, if a child just walk on and he's gonna get squished to death. Please, YouTube, do not copyright this video. I just do not know. Like, not. So do I have pack? Well, it's really not good. Slightly. Oh, great. Did you remember that? I remember he was. I think I saw something like he was supposed to be. I'm not gonna say that because I don't think it right. So. Damn, that was fun. That's probably really close to about except that just.
Whoa.
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me!
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, I have a few tests to run. Take first. Which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine.
Very good. Now on.
Hey there! Your Grace, it's been a while.
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Siegeween. Do you, know what?
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
A doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kind?
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles him. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I'm...
Alright, very good. Take a sip of water. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive faculties.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of... The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but...
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important. You probably won't need to add them to your observation list, though.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon.
Hey there, Cedrine! It's actually not that important.
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me. Goodbye for now.
Okay, bye-bye! So, see...
Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat.
Oh, sure!
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here.
Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Cedrine. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting.
Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first.
Did his face melt? What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
The Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to do with the kid?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melazines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, he just looked like a little kitty with...
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you?
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again, your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, all right?
Look how nice Cedrine's being. And he still talks to her like that?
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. What a break.
Thank you, Sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything. You're busy.
Oh, don't be silly. I agreed. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear the...
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with? That's right! Let us...
Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work. So I suggest...
I don't want to do that.
We're ready, Cedrine. What's our first mission?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in...
Sorry, bro. I might be putting
What for?
I need you to pretend to be sick.
What?
Oh, is it that difficult?
Oh, so you knew.
I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates, and you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a...
Well, this is awkward.
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Oh, please...
Okay.
Hey, Doc. It's me. I'm only here because my mom...
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to work...
I know! I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's always, don't do this, and...
All right, sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days. Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure can.
Huh?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Hang in there, traveler! Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag!
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days' rest.
And if...
Hey, wait!
Put it this way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor.
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
Okay, that's actually funny. Oh, wow. That was like funny.
Oh, of course.
I'll drink it.
Bitter.
All done. Great job, you.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think.
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine?
It's a technique I learned.
Oh, you had a teacher?
She was human. She passed away a long time ago.
Oh.
No, it's fine. She was a traveling doctor. And since she didn't have a clinic, she used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their...
She's
strict.
Strange way for a doctor.
As it happens...
Oh, wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify.
Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch.
Why does it almost sound like you're envious?
Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their med...
The doctor who looks like a witch. True, they...
Oh,
that's actually...
Oh, my neck...
Sure thing!
Well, thanks to...
Should we get some...
they're...
Confidential?
Why, it's fine.
Wait, you mean... the...
My page...
Considering even the...
Do you want to find out? The ingredients are ready. First we add this...
yeah!
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder.
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure?
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat.
Oh!
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him.
Seadream really does have the inmate's best interest.
Alright, so everyone's outstanding big class today, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna be here until like, what, 12 o'clock? Yeah? Hey, welcome with that.
Heading there.
Just the one today.
Sounds good.
Sounds like they're tough.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's...
That won't do.
Oh.
Well, I'm done with work for today.
Seems like the guard...
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think you'll agree. This is urgent.
Okay, just relax and catch your breath.
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the...
Huh? Oh,
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and...
looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left.
Ah, great. Start us up, bitch. Ah, boy, I definitely do have a lot. Alright, fine. The story quest, but wait it is. Okay, now let's go back here. Friends still online. I'm so about to do this all. I'm so sleepy, but I'm a trap. My name is streaming. So if I can stream that, and like what? I'll just forget that. Okay, what purpose? It's only 11 on my side, don't even know about Roblox.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery. After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely wasn't in the best state of mind.
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous. It'll be the exact same procedure as we did this morning. We can start whenever you're ready.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything. Would you mind taking...
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine.
Your pinky.
All right. All indicators seem...
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all?
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone. I wonder how I managed...
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I could... Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. All right then, you can leave the ward. I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for now. So, you're...
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Yep.
Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now.
Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Trap.
Oh, don't you worry! We will! Yeah, sleep tight, Seedweed. Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Cedrine.
Guys, we got Sully. I didn't know.
Whoa! How is the infirmary even busier than yesterday?
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might...
No problem. Anything we can do to help?
There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting...
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
You're in a medical facility.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything.
All right.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went...
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marechaussee Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Siege.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look.
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements...
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes. And the only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really? What did...
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a... I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but...
Huh? Isn't that the guy from
This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what...
No, I believe it was their faces that got... The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a full... Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day?
Yeah, sure do.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the in...
Oh wow, this just not weird. Go home, that's you.
you're...
Yes, head nurse.
I need to do another examination on you.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So,
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
I believe it was...
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered. Sijuin did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held him...
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow...
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, then, once all the other... However, they made real Eric came to the guard. However, since...
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now.
Well, I can't...
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines and the Marachose Phantom is we carefully
So far, it seems more likely that the gang...
A shape-shifting...
Forgive me, head nurse, but...
Yes.
But...
Please, trust me.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. Yep.
Okay. Well...
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already got processed I checked the list, and sure enough...
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all...
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marachose's Melazines can't even spot them.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research...
Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skin?
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. One of the crimes this gang is charged... At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional info.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last...
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't...
I also have a more personal reason. Potton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time...
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But
Don't worry, I can defend myself just...
You say that.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sijuin is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. And if you really are worried for her safety... Ah, there you go, right on cue. Knew I could count on you.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off immediately. Time is of the essence.
Guys are so tired. Come on. That's so sorry.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business, and we're gonna need you to cooperate.
The Marechaussee.
Not this time, no.
He actually doesn't work on site here very often.
Just a handful?
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time,
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's, good at making friends.
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances, but we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up.
Sure thing! We'll come. Excuse us, are you Audrey?
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a close friend? I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find.
Why would I know where he's at?
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
I think she knows Rawat better than she...
Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we?
She's displaying symptoms common among...
It's...
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be...
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marechaussee Phantom said that he's been targeted by some...
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him.
Oh, I see. Well, do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back.
Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry. When I told him I had a crush on him. Unbelievable.
Looks like her love syndrome is...
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like... Are you in Teep?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat.
Close?
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly Dew, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Most of the other researchers here but I'm studying coatings. I bought his product once, and no, don't get me wrong, but despite that,
Huh, so is Rawat? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time.
Huh?
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you
Who's asking?
just some concerned citizen?
Not anymore, we're not.
Oh, yeah? What?
The thing about us, he won't even let you work with him unless you sign. Now that I've got my own
So that's what.
We still like to know.
Wait, you're.
Wow, turns out Seedween's got
Thing is, I have no real. But if you want my advice.
peddlers.
Yeah, back when I was a little, I overheard.
drugs.
Who knows?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.